Well, Easter was just a couple days ago, and I am still left with a lot of leftover ham. So today I'm going to share a recipe transforming some of my leftovers into a little bit spicy ham and sweet potato hash. So this is my leftover ham. I have a few slices here. I got a couple of sweet potatoes, and then I have these onions. I only had like part of a white onion and part of a red onion in my fridge, so I'm just going to use those up. And then I have a few of these little peppers in my fridge, so you could use whatever peppers you want. And I am going to use some of these spices, smoked paprika, some onion powder, some cumin, and then also some chipotle chili powder. If you don't have chipotle, you can just use regular chili powder. And if you don't have sweet potatoes, or if you don't like sweet potatoes, you could just use regular potatoes. But I really like the flavor of the sweet potato with the smoky spiciness of the chipotle chili powder. So I'm going to clean up my vegetables. Oh, I almost forgot also. I have like a little handful of cilantro, which I love. If you don't like cilantro, you don't have to use it, but that'll just be the finishing touch at the end. So I'm going to clean up my veggies and cut them up, and I will meet you back here. Okay, so here I am with my sweet potato. I washed it and peeled it, and you just want to cut it in half lengthwise and then cut it into long pieces. And then you can just cut it into little cubes like this. Okay, now I'm working on cutting up my onions. So just in small dice pieces. I'm going to scooch those over and I'm going to dice up my peppers. Just cut them in strips first and then dice up the strips. Okay, next I'm going to work on the ham. And I ended up getting another piece of ham because I didn't think we had enough. And I have so much, I need to use it. So I'm just going to try to rough chop it all here and make room on my board. Well, this is a big piece of fat I'm going to cut off because I don't want all that. And I'm going to start sizzling the ham first just to get the flavor in the pan, but I don't want them to be too overly crispy. So I'm just going to sizzle them up first and then take them out of the pan. And then I'll do my sweet potatoes and veggies. Okay, here I got my ham going. Can you hear it sizzling? I'm just gonna crisp it up in here a little bit and get the flavors going. I'll just leave it in here for, I don't know, maybe 4 minutes. Okay, it's only been about 3 minutes, and I can tell it's starting to get crispy. So I'm gonna remove it from the pan and put it on this little paper plate over here. Keep for later. We'll add it all back together. And to my pan, it's on just like medium low. I'm gonna add in a little bit of my avocado oil. You could use olive oil or whatever oil you like. Not too much, but just enough to coat the pan. I'm going to add my sweet potatoes. And then I didn't list these in the ingredients, but of course salt and pepper, but just a little salt. This is Himalayan pink salt because the ham's salty. And ground black pepper. So this is the onion powder. Just sprinkling it however much you like. So this is smoked paprika. I like that flavor a lot, so I'm just gonna like put a nice coating over the top. And next is cumin. I'm gonna put like a teaspoon, maybe a little heaping teaspoon, because whoops, it all went in one place. I like that flavor a lot. And next up, the chipotle chili powder. Whoops, my teaspoon doesn't fit. I'll probably put, I don't want it too hot, like half of a teaspoon. And if I feel like it needs more, I'll add more. But I'm going to start there. I'm going to let this mix it all up, let it brown up. I might need to add a little bit more oil. Look at that color from all those spices. It already smells so good. I love the oil spread around here. Now for my veggies. I got my onions and my peppers. Okay, I'm going to let this all cook together for like 5 minutes and then I'll test it to see if the potatoes are soft enough. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes and my potatoes are starting to soften up. But some of the bigger chunks still have a little give. But I'm going to go ahead and mix the ham in. And I turned it down to low. And just to make sure all of my potatoes have softened up, I'm going to put a lid on. And we'll let this cook for another minute or two. Okay, it's been about 2 minutes and potatoes are done. And for the finishing touch, some chopped cilantro. I'm going to add a lot because I love it. If you don't like it, you don't have to use it, but I understand. Maybe you could do chives if you would prefer. That would be good too. And I'm just going to turn the flame off. And to serve it up, I'm going to fry up some eggs real fast and put that on top. Okay, and now for plating. Nice scoop. And I like my eggs over medium. Look at that.